a time like this, it's very important to understand your customer. Welcome to the We Are Slam Show, where we share marketing agency insights, best practices, and ideas to help your business grow. My name is Tyler Kelly, co-founder and chief strategist here at Slam Agency, a digital-first full-service marketing agency which helps brands captivate, motivate, and inspire people to action through advertising. And today, I want to share with you just a few tips for transitioning during this time from real-world, in-person, offline business to online business. Now, a few weeks ago, we talked about remote working, and that's great for teams. That's great for production teams and corporate teams who, are doing work day in and day out. But what we need to start talking about now is how to transition from an offline sales environment to an online sales environment. And for many businesses that have never sold online before, this is your first time even thinking about this. And this is what I want to do. I want to share with you a few tips to help you to get online right away and begin your journey into e-commerce. Now, a lot of times on this show, we talk about understanding your customer. And in a time like this, it's very important to understand your customer. Number one, understand that your customer has been going through a very difficult time, just like you have. Their job security might be threatened. Their routines have been shook up. All of this is happening at a time when, as a business, you've got to figure out how to survive, and you've got to figure out how to take that step from doing business in an offline traditional way to doing business online. And so the first thing I want you to do is understand that customer journey. How do you do this? If you have a budget, if you're a marketing director with a budget, invest some of that budget into market research, into customer research. Don't rely on the data that you have from last year. Don't rely on the data that you have from 6 months ago. It's time to do social media surveys, to reach out to people. Everyone's online right now. Reach out to them and ask them how your business, can improve the quality of their lives right now. Research your customer, figure out what it is that they need, where they're going to find this information, whether it be online or offline, and how you can become a resource along that customer journey. Now, there's a few areas I want to highlight in the customer journey. The first is discovery, and going from brick and mortar to online business, you have to think about how customers are going to find you. Okay, now right off of the bat, in order to make this transition a little bit smoother, a little bit more seamless, I want you to, as soon as you have your online store up and running, get to your current customers. I hope you have an email list. If you do, begin to email them. Try not to use the word coronavirus or COVID-19 in it, because what's going to happen is maybe they're just going to ignore that email, think it's one of the many millions that we've all been receiving during this time. But reach out to them and tell them how you've optimized your business and how they can support you. These are your existing customers. If they're on social media, do yourself a favor. Make a video, put your face out there, say this is how we are impacted and this is what we're doing to optimize our business. I love this word, optimize our business in order to serve you better, to serve you in this time of need. If you do that, put some money behind it. A lot of people say boosting posts is a waste of money, and it is when you're trying to do specific targeted advertising. But in this case, put a video out there, put some money on it, and make sure that your followers see it, okay? Because you want them to know what you're doing and how they can help you survive and thrive in this time. So you have your online store, and now you need to communicate to your existing customers, whether that be by email, whether that be through social media, whether that be by phone. I mean, pick up the phone. This is the livelihood of your business at stake. So pick up the phone and start making calls, letting people know how they can do business with you during this time. Okay, so that's existing customers. New customers, it's all about discovery. It's all about being found. In the next few weeks, I'm going to talk about what you can do as a new online business to be discovered, to put yourself in a position in the search engines, to advertise in the search engines, to advertise in social media in a way that will bring in new customers, to remind old customers that may not be on your list that you're still a viable option, that you're still doing business. And this discovery element is super critical in a time like this, because everybody's going online to find the products and services that they need right now. The next phase in the customer journey is evaluation. Essentially, once they discover you as a potential option, they're going to evaluate your product or service offering to see if it fits your needs. If that's the case, you want to be credible. You want to avoid any sort of moment in that visit to your website that might deter them or promote the clicking of the back button or the bouncing off your page. So you want to provide trust indicators on your site. We're going to be talking about that in future weeks. If you pass all of those tests and you have a product or service that the customer might want, then at that point, a purchase is going to happen. And the last thing that we want at this point in time is for the user, for the potential customer, to abandon that shopping cart. So think about what in this experience is going to prevent them from completing their purchase. We're going to talk about that in future weeks. But let's say you make the sale, because I believe you will. At that point, it's super important to bring them into your email newsletter, your social media following. Provide, number one, a great customer experience, and then a great follow-up experience, because in this day and age, it's all about community, and every buyer, every customer is a part of your community. Bring them in just like their family and help them to survive and thrive in this time as well. Now, I mentioned providing a great customer experience, and as you know, customer service is king when it comes to retention, when it comes to winning repeat business. But what I want to tell you is more so than customer service right now is standardization, meaning is to develop a predictable, reliable set of products and services that your customers know that they can come back to your site and they can get those things. You don't want it to be, like this menu of options today and this menu of options tomorrow. Break it down, make it simple, make sure it's profitable for you, whatever business or industry that you're in, and make sure that you're providing more value than you're taking in payment. And if you do that, then this is going to be a very good time for your business. So how do you transition from a brick and mortar to an online business? Number one is to understand your customer, and not to understand the customer that you had 6 months ago, but the customer that exists today. Who are they? What are their pain points? What are they trying to accomplish? And where do you fit in this customer journey? Speaking of the customer journey, it's always about discovery. So make sure that your business is able to be discovered online. Once a person can find you, they're going to evaluate you. So make sure you have a high quality experience and website and credibility and trustworthiness there on the site. There's many ways that you can do that. I'm going to share some of those with you in a future episode. Make sure that it's easy to make a purchase, that there's not a whole lot of steps, that there's not a whole lot of opportunities for that person to change their mind, what we call bounce, abandon the shopping cart. And then finally, once the purchase has been made, once you've made the sale, bring them into the fold, make them part of your community, bring increase to them, provide a great customer experience and great customer service. And then finally, standardize at this point in time your product and service offerings. Don't get super creative and leave things up to interpretation or customization. Standardize your services so that people know what to expect and exactly what they're getting when they are shopping online. Okay? So these are my 3 keys, my 3 steps for transitioning from brick and mortar to online sales. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Next week, I'm going to talk about ways to get discovered online, how to become more credible, and the things that you need to do on your website to convey credibility, and how to make sure that your website is doing everything that it needs to do to close the deal rather than push it away. All right? If you've enjoyed this episode, do me a favor and let me know in the comments. If it's on a social media site, if you're watching on Instagram or Facebook, let me know. If you're listening on a podcast network, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review. And you're in the marketing world, you're a marketing professional. Share this with your colleagues, share this with your teams, share this with your friends and family. I appreciate your shares. We thank you for your continued support, and I promise we're going to get through this. I will see you next week.
Everyone is ordering online right now, and if you're not, then most likely you're out of business. But if you are, how are you utilizing this platform? Today, we're going to be covering the 7 tips to increase your online orders so then that way you can outbeat all your competitors. Make sure you guys keep watching until the end so then that way you guys can have more profits in your pockets. Hey, it's Wilson here, your friend in helping you build a successful, thriving, profitable restaurant. Just want to give a major shout out to these 2 individuals here who are inspiring us and motivating us to create more of these content for you. If you want a shout out, make sure you guys leave a comment in the section below so then that way we know this is the type of content you like. Now, without further ado, let's dive right in. Number 1 tip in increasing your online orders is to have signages. This is the lowest hanging fruit that a lot of businesses are not utilizing. It is because with this new normal, everyone are trying to adapt to it. They don't know if your restaurant is open. They don't know whether you are accepting online deliveries and online orders or not, which is the reason why you need to tell them, you need to yell it out that you are now in business, you are now accepting delivery as an option. That's the reason why you need to have signages. Plaster them all over your windows, plaster them on your sandwich board, plaster them in your restaurant. Let people know that you are now doing business again and that you are doing online orders. My favorite restaurant did that, and that's the reason why I always go back to it for the last week. Not just because it's my favorite, but because that's the only place I know that is open. Second step in increasing your online orders is to tell your customers to share it. It is so important for you to actually tell them that, hey, you know what, can you please support local business? Tell your friends and family that we're open and for them to spread the word on their social media. You tell them to do something, they're much more likely to act on that, which is the reason why I always tell you guys to, hey, you know what, if you like this video, make sure you smash the like button. And a lot of you are supporting us as they are in our journey, and therefore you would smash the like button. So you need to tell your customers to tell their friends that you're open for business, that you're open for online delivery, and thus you're going to be able to see an uplift in your online orders. Third step is to update and share within your social media. Share it on your Instagram, share it in your stories, share it in your Facebook, share it within all the social media network out there, and yell it at the top of your lungs that you guys are open, for online delivery. This is crucial time for us to actually just let everyone know, because a lot of us are still just cooking at home because we still think that everyone is under quarantine. As much as the government is opening up shop for everyone and allowing people to be in business, a lot of people just don't know which restaurants are open, which are not. That's the reason why you need to tell all your following that you are open for business and that you are open for online delivery. And in turn, a lot more people will come and buy from you. Fourth step in increasing your online orders is to update your Google My Business. Google is favoring all the businesses that have filled in all their attributes. For example, if you have free parking on lot or not, if you have your updated hours or not, if you are dog friendly or not. So filling in as much attributes as you can within the system allows Google to favor you more. So for me as a regular consumer, I would just go on Google and search for example, yesterday night, I was typing in top Shanghai food and only one place popped up because they updated their Google My Business. And on top of that, I was able to see beautiful high definition pictures, which enticed me to order from them already because I'm like, wow, this looks amazing. And on top of that, they replied to their emails and also their feedback and reviews. And that makes me feel confident in purchasing from this location. And that's the reason why it is crucial, even through this pandemic, that you update your Google My Business accounts. If you guys find any value whatsoever from this video, make sure you smash the like button so then that way we know this is the type of content that you enjoy and we'll make more of it for you. Now, let's get back to regular programming. Next step in increasing your online orders is to make your website super apparent. And what I mean by that is have delivery as an option above the fold of your website. So then that way people don't need to scroll down, people don't need to move their browsers. A majority of the people that are searching, they're on their phone. So make sure that delivery as an option is always right in the corner of the top of your page. So in that way people know exactly that they can order from you. They don't need to search, they don't need to scroll, and that in turn allows you to have much more sales just by having your online delivery option at the top of your page. Sixth step to increase your online delivery orders is to utilize your emails. A lot of restaurateurs collect emails, but they don't really utilize them. They don't send their customers emails on a regular basis. So now is the time for you to do that, for you to actually establish a rapport with your customers, give them value, tell them something interesting, connect with them, and then when the timing is right, send them an offer, send them a Father's Day meal, send them a happy hour meal for them to purchase from you. And that in turn allows you to have much more uplift in your online orders. And something that is also an amazing tool of why email marketing is so good is because you can track how much people are actually buying from you, how many people actually clicked on the link and actually purchased from you. And that's the beauty of email marketing. So if you're not on it, make sure you're on it. Make sure you give value before you ask for something in return. Last but not least, something that is my personal favorite is to add a personalized message to all your meals. Something that I think is crucial to establish that rapport with your customers now. And that's the reason why I consult with all my clients. I tell them you should always write a personalized message out there for your customers, because now's the time that you need to lean on your customers to spread the word for you. And as a customer, we're not used to and accustomed to getting these private messages. So if someone actually wrote me a message when I order through DoorDash, thank you Wilson for your support and much love. And that's something that I would take to heart, because I'm like, wow, this restaurant actually cares. This restaurant actually took one step above and beyond to actually write me a message. And for me, in turn, I would either take a photo of it, put it on Instagram or whatnot, and share it with the world about how amazing this restaurant is. So therefore, if you want an uplift on your online orders, make sure you guys start utilizing this best practice to write a personalized message for your customers. So there you go, the 7 tips to increase your online delivery orders. I really hope you enjoyed this video.
It's the 14th of September and I think I want to start my own business. Hi guys, I'm Karina and welcome to my channel. I am in the process of starting my own business and I want to document this entire journey and share this with you. So I do create a lot of DIY projects for my YouTube channel, and even around the house I'm always doing something or the other. There are so many products that I can potentially sell, but I just did not want to sell random things that I'm making. I wanted to curate a collection and stick to a niche. So I did think about creating textile prints because I am a textile designer. I did go to textile design school. Then I even ventured off into making clay jewelry, and I don't think I see myself making jewelry. So then I did do some research about macrame, and it is trending right now. It is something I've loved doing, and it's something I see myself doing for a long time. So I realized, why not start a business of selling macrame products? I've established that I do want to start a business in selling macrame products. The first thing that I actually need is raw materials. So my first instinct was to just contact sellers who are selling these products and ask them where they're getting their yarn from. I know for a fact that a lot of people will not want to disclose where they're getting their raw materials from, and I expected that. So a lot of people did not reply, and I was okay with that. So there was this one girl who did reply to me, and she told me a few sellers that are selling this yarn in Canada. All of these yarns shops are so expensive. I would have never thought that I would be paying so much money to buy yarn, but it is what it is, and that's why my products will be priced at whatever my costing turns out to be. So I did contact that seller and I did order one sample pack. I will be getting 6 different colors, and the color of the yarn is very important for me because I want my brand to look very pretty and all the products to be very cohesive. I just don't want all these colors to be all over the place. So that was very important for me. And the second thing was to get hardware. Now I did find some Pinterest images for the type of keychains that I want to make and the colors I want to use for the hardware, and I did order a sample pack of 100 pieces. I have not received it yet, so I really can't wait to receive my yarn and my buckles to start making these products. So now let's talk about naming the brand. So I wanted to call my brand Cree, but in the last week I did enough research to figure out that Cree.com has been taken, and on Instagram the username Cree has also been taken. So I did go to the extent of emailing the website owner and messaging the person on Instagram who owns this username to give it to me, but basically no one got back to me. And then I realized, why not with Love by Cree, because it goes with the whole concept of the brand where I'm making the products by hand, by me, and with a lot of love and care. So I realized, why not call it With Love by Cree. Although the name of the brand is still gonna be Cree, and even on my Instagram, like my logo, my branding, my cards, everything will be Cree. Just the username and the website URL will be withlovebycree.com. So after purchasing the domain name, I had to figure out where I want to host this website. So you buy the domain name from GoDaddy or Google or wherever you want to buy the domain from. Now that is separate from where the domain is hosted. You can use Shopify, you can use Weebly, Square, Wix. Honestly, there are so many options, and the most popular one is Shopify, but I found that to be a lot more expensive than the other options, and my main objective was to not spend a lot of money each and every month on the website. So I did find Square to be the best option for me. It wasn't so expensive and it gave me everything that I wanted for the website. So yeah, I made my website on Square and I absolutely love how it looks. It's so minimal, so simplistic, and yeah, it just looks very pretty. I love it. So after making my website, I did make my Instagram page, I made my Facebook page, I signed up on Pinterest, I made my email account, and I also signed up on Etsy. So my 2 tasks for this week is to open a bank account for my business, because so far all my expenses have been through various accounts and PayPal and so many other avenues where I cannot keep a track of all my business expenses. So it's very important to create an account for your business where all the expenses and income goes to one account. So it's just going to be a lot more easier to do accounting at the end of the year. And my second task is to figure out shipping. Now shipping is a huge deal because in Canada shipping is super expensive, and I do want to find the cheapest option that I can. So obviously I'm going to look into Canada Post. There's something called Chit Chats. I need to figure out the labels. How am I going to print it? Because I don't have a printer. Am I handwriting it? Am I using postage stamps? I don't know any of that. But basically I need to figure out shipping, and yeah, that's my task for this week now. Now before I talk about packaging, I did want to update you guys regarding my shipping. So I did decide to go with Canada Post, and I did realize that if I'm shipping to the US, Chit Chats is the best option, it's the cheapest option. Now the only downside is that you will have to print out your own label, and I don't have a printer, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to use that. But for now, I'm going to stick to Canada Post. And regarding my bank account, I did open a new bank account for my business, and I'm super excited to use that. As for packaging, my main goal is to make the most sustainable packaging, and I found No Issue to be the best brand. So I did order all my packaging material from No Issue, and I will be doing a dedicated video just for packaging, which will be going live in the next few weeks. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for that. Out of this entire process, the one thing that I was super confident about was actually making the product, and I finally get to do that. All the all the boring work is done, my website and all of that shipping and everything is done. So now I'm relieved, and now I can finally enjoy the process of making the product. And I finally got my hardware last week. So I got my sample pack of yarn in 6 colors, out of which I only like 3 colors. I like the blush, the brown, and the white. So that's what I'm planning on making my products with. And as for the keychain, I got 2 hardware options. So I got the hard buckle and the oval buckle. I'm planning on launching both of them in 2 different styles. So in this week, I'm going to be making all my products so that I can photograph them for my website as well as social media. Now, this is the most important step when it comes to starting your business. I cannot physically get in front of the customer and sell my product. The only way the person can actually get a full sense of what I'm selling is by looking at pictures, videos, my Instagram feed, my website, and just read the text that I write under it. My main focus when I started the business was to make sure that my feed looks very pretty, and all of this worked out very well because my product colors and my Instagram feed colors were all in sync. And this was very well thought about. I knew before I started my brand that this is my main focus, and I was willing to spend as much time as I needed on this step. Even the props that I used to take these pictures were all part of the same color family, and I spent a lot of time on Lightroom and on Photoshop. So all the hard work is done. I have made my products, I took all my product photos, and all the pictures have been edited. And I use this app called Preview to curate my feed. It is midnight of November 1st and I have finally launched my brand. I have publicized about it on my main Instagram page, and I've let everyone on my friends groups, on WhatsApp and family groups, everybody know about my brand, and I've promoted it in any possible way that I could. And guess what? I already got my first order for a keychain. Somebody purchased a keychain with their money and they want to pay me to buy a product that I made. How incredible is that? Because this thing was a long time in the making. Obviously, I spent 2 months to make this brand, to figure everything out. But mentally, it was a 4 to 5 year process. It's been so long that I've been wanting to start my own business, but I never really got around to doing it because of so many factors. And I finally did it, and my brand is launched, and someone has already purchased a product, which is mind-blowing. I still can't believe it. But yeah, anyway, I am super excited for what 2021 has in store for my brand, and I have planned so many things for what I want to do. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have a few seconds, make sure to click the link in the description box. So I have linked my website as well as my Instagram. Please follow my Instagram business page. That would mean a lot to me. As you have seen, it's been a long time in the making, and every little follow or like or share or comment really means a lot to me. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for watching this video, and you'll see me very soon in my next one. Bye.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, hi, my name is Sarah, and if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you've been watching my videos very well, I don't know what you're doing, but it would be nice if you considered subscribing to my channel, because I'm giving you guys this information for free. I feel like this video is overdue. It's way long overdue, but then yeah, it's better late than never. The year has finally come to an end. I believe that a lot of you that have been watching my videos have been taking inspiration from me. A lot of you have told me that I've inspired you to start a business, I've inspired you to want to start a business, and oh my god, like, that is the best feedback I've been getting from these videos I've been making. That's the goal, honestly. That's the goal. That's my goal, to just inspire a lot of you guys and help you guys out in ways that I can. And I'm really excited that I can finally make this video, because something about me is that if I want to go for something or if I want to do something, I would do my research till I don't see any more videos about it. So I just feel like I'm very excited that I can finally make my own take on this. I'll give you guys like my own version of this. if that makes sense. Yeah, everything I'm going to be saying is going to be from my own experience. I haven't watched any other videos like for inspiration or anything before I made this video. I'm just telling you guys what has worked for me and tips that I can give you guys. I'm also going to make a video on mistakes that I made when I was starting my business and mistakes I think you guys should avoid, or rather I know you guys should avoid. Let's get right into this video. I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but then basically in today's video I'm going to tell you guys how I was able to grow my business and how you also can grow your business and how you can increase your sales even though you haven't started your business. Like, this is a very good video for you to watch. It will just help you to know things that you should do when you're starting your business, things that can help you to increase your sales. So when I was starting my business, this is one of the videos that I was searching a lot for: how to increase your sales, how to promote your business, how to make your name out there and all of that. Like, I know that I watched a whole lot of these videos when I was starting my business, and I'm so glad that I did, because it helped me to know. I wouldn't say everything I did was just based off of my own knowledge or anything. No, I watched a lot of videos and I did a lot of research. I was watching a lot of people that had succeeded in business, people that have done well in business, and I was trying to, I wouldn't say copy, but trying to like imitate what they did. And yeah, this video I'm mainly going to be focusing on one of my businesses. If you guys don't know, I have two businesses and I'm going to be focusing on one of the businesses. So one thing I just want you guys to know is that I feel like everything that I'm going to say are tips that you can use, but then honestly I feel like what has really helped me in my business is how much there is demand for what I sell, and I'm so grateful to God. But then another thing is honestly and solely just the grace of God. Like, I can't give myself credit for anything. I feel like the only person that can give credit for everything is God. I just feel like it's just grace of God that is on me, honestly. Like, everything else, I can literally do everything else, but then when I don't have the grace of God, like, it's not going to work. So I just want to put that out there. Like, it's not by my own power that I have been able to do everything that I did. So yeah, and I feel like another thing is that you can't sit down and be waiting for the grace of God to work upon your business when you're not like putting in the work and all of that. So yeah, so I just wanted to put that out there. Come up with a couple of tips to follow to help increase your sales and to grow your business and all of that. So I'm going to put a picture here. Everything that you're seeing here is a result of 1 week sales. Yes, 1 week sales. And I'm just going to tell you guys everything I did to help me grow this business and to help me get this result that I got in 1 week, in just 1 week. I wanted to make this video before Black Friday, like just to help you guys know what to do when you're preparing for Black Friday, but then unfortunately that wasn't possible because Black Friday sale was just 1 day sale. But then like, I'm just going to try and be more realistic with you guys. Like, you can't really just work for just 1 day. So this was the result of 1 week sales, and I did stop selling after 1 week. The first thing is that I was consistent. So consistency is what is going to help you grow in everything, basically. I feel like a lot of people say consistency. When you're talking about how to grow your YouTube channel, people say consistency, how to do whatever. People are always saying consistency, but then I feel like it is not overrated. Consistency is so important. I've gotten a couple of comments from people telling me, oh, I want to give up on my business because I'm not doing well, blah blah blah. I feel like you never really know when your business is going to take off, or when this is going to happen or that is going to happen. Some of my businesses might not be doing well, but then honestly I feel like that's not an excuse to give up on the business, because you never know. Like, consistency because it's like the main thing I'm going to tell you guys. So every other thing that I'm going to say, you need to apply consistency in it. I'm going to talk about promotion. You need to be consistent in promotion. Quality over quantity. You need to be consistent in the kind of quality that you produce. So yeah, we're going to go on to that. So the first and the main thing is consistency. Like, you just need to be consistent in everything you do. The second thing that really helped me, promotion. Social media is basically free. Like, social media is free. You don't need to pay to be on Instagram. You don't need to pay to be on Facebook. You don't need to pay to be on Twitter. It is basically free. I personally try to post at least 3 times a day. Sometimes there are days I post at least 6 times a day. I'm not even joking, but then I try to post as much as I can, and just to remind people that, yo, I'm here, I'm relevant, and you need to buy my stuff. There's a Nigerian brand that's always wanted to try and all, but then I feel like it's because of their promotion that literally forced me to buy their stuff. You guys, their ads were literally always popping on my feed, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy these brushes. And I'm not even joking, once I bought it, the ads stopped popping on my feed. But promoting your business is so important. Don't ever think that enough people have seen your page or enough people have seen your business or you've posted enough and nobody wants to buy. No, let me tell you something. There are over how many, 7 billion? Is it 7 billion or how many? I don't know. There are so many people in this world, and not everybody has seen your post. Not everybody has seen your business. Not everybody knows about your business. So promote like nobody knows about your business. So yeah, when I say post, I post at least 3 times a day. It doesn't have to be on your feed, because sometimes like you've already posted this thing and you basically have nothing else to post. I feel like just reminding people, maybe reposting on your story or something, that's going to help very well. Just reminding people that you're there. Another one is to run ads. I've gotten a lot of questions on how I run ads, what card I use. I use my Nigerian card to run ads, my Nigerian bank card to run ads, but then GT Bank particularly doesn't work. I don't know why. My GT Bank Naira card doesn't work for ads. I don't know. So I use like other banks. I believe every other bank apart from GT Bank doesn't work. But then my GT Bank dollar card works for my ads. Gotten that question, that's why I just thought I should put that out there. So I use my Nigerian cards to run ads. I don't know about GT Bank. Even sometimes when you're trying to order stuff online or pay for something online, GT Bank cards don't work. Like their MasterCard. Visa cards work. I have a Visa card, so and the Visa card works, but then my MasterCard doesn't work. So yeah, I just thought I should put that out there. You might try it, but your own might work. But then I've used a couple of GT Bank MasterCards and they didn't work. Any other bank I feel is fine. I've used Zenith Bank, I've used UBA, and they were all okay. So yeah. And about running ads, you guys, there are thousands of tutorials on how to run Instagram ads. There are Nigerians that post on how to run Instagram ads, so you can just Google it, and I feel like it's even self-explanatory, so you don't need to really just make sure your account is in a business account. When it comes to running ads, I personally allow Instagram to like pick the automatic people, location, and all of that for me, but then I just try to specify that I want only Nigerians to see it, because my business is like I mainly want Nigerians to see, because I'm not trying to target people outside or trying to target people anywhere else for this particular business. So you can run ads for as low as I think 500 naira. Yeah, I think it goes down to even 500 naira, so it's not very expensive. It just depends on the number of people you want to see it and how long you want that ad to be for. Yeah, and another thing when it comes to Instagram promotion is hashtags. If you're selling cameras, and you're in Abuja, let's say, put hashtag camera vendor, hashtag cameras in Abuja, camera seller in Abuja, camera vendor in Abuja. I don't know, like just look at people that are doing something that's similar to what you're doing and copy their hashtags basically. Yeah, so when somebody is looking for, like me personally, if I'm looking for something in a particular area, the first thing I check are hashtags work. There's something I've heard something about shadow ban. What was it? I don't know. I really don't know about that thing. I can't say, but then yeah, using hashtags. And from your insights, you can see I've seen that a couple of people found me through hashtags. Promote. Instagram sponsor me. I'm talking about your ads. Yeah, but for me personally, Instagram ads have worked for me. Yeah, I get the most sales when I run Instagram ads. Yeah, I get the most sales when I run Instagram ads. So I've heard a couple of people like it may not work for you, and people ask like, what do you do specially that makes Instagram ads work for you? Honestly, I don't do anything specially. I feel like it's just what I sell that people want, and Instagram, me allowing Instagram pick people automatically for me. I feel like Instagram has actually picked like the correct people to see my posts, and they actually want my stuff, so they come to me. Point is to follow trends. So when I say follow trends, what do I mean by following trends? So let's say you're selling hair, like I'm going to give the same example that I gave in my last video. Let's say you're selling hair and you normally sell just synthetic wigs and all of that, and then all of a sudden you see that wigs are now like hot. Wigs are now what's selling. Wigs are what everybody wants, and they don't want bundles again, for example, or they don't want synthetic hair again. Now let's say it is human hair that everybody wants. Human hair is what's selling, human hair is what's hot. You really don't want to stay in selling synthetic hair, because except like you have a good market or something, or your synthetic hair is not really like synthetic hair or whatever, or like you have value, or rather you create value, or whatever is selling the most, at least in your industry. I think you should like try to go into that market. That way you attract more sales for yourself. So I feel like this is where creating a good relationship with your vendor comes in. I'll give example with me. So with what I do, like almost every month there's something new. Almost every month, let me say like twice a month, there's always something new. There's always something trending, or always something that is a bestseller. Sometimes you don't even have to ask. Your vendor will tell you, oh, this is currently my bestseller. This is what a lot of people are coming to ask me for. So I think you should get that thing. And then when I go and buy that thing, it always happens to me. Always. Like I've never been disappointed. Every time I go and I buy that particular thing, I sell out because that's what people want. So I feel like sometimes even if your vendor isn't telling you, like try and talk to your vendor and find out, oh, what is new? Is there any new kind of wig? Is there any new kind of hair? Is there any new kind of lace, for example? So like now I know that headband wigs are trending, so if you were doing hair, I would suggest like going to start selling headband wigs. The next point I want to give is good customer service. Like I don't know how many times, oh my god, your customer service is so nice, you're so nice, or you talk to people so nicely, I'm going to keep buying from you because you're so nice, you're so understanding. I get that a lot. I'm not trying to praise myself or anything. I'm actually a nice person, but that is just like my own, that is like another business strategy, being nice to people. I'm not saying take nonsense, honestly, because some people can be very rude and extremely rude because they just think you're just a seller, somebody that is lower than them. And I feel like just keep that thing in your head that customer is always right. Like no matter what they say, just act like a fool. Like just be a fool for that moment. So you're not a fool, but like just be a fool for that moment. Do you understand? Good customer service. Checking back on your customers. Oh, have you received your products? What do you think? Do you like it? Are you satisfied? Maybe 2 days later, if you have the time, try and find out, oh, how is this product? Are you enjoying I'll use hair as example. Are you enjoying the hair? Is it shedding? Is it tangling? Do you like the hair? Yeah, check up on your customers sometimes to find out how they are enjoying the products, and that can even help you get reviews. Yeah, I'll get to that. It will help customers to keep coming back to you. Yeah, it will help customers to keep coming back to you. Some customers are going to ask you so many questions, but like I feel like sometimes you just need to be patient and just answer all their questions, just because some people are very mindful of how they spend their money, so they want to know what they are spending their money on and to make sure that they are getting exactly what like they are paying for. So sometimes you just need to understand. And another thing you need to understand is that some people have gotten scammed on, for example, if you're selling online. I'm mainly focusing on people selling online. For example, if you're selling online, a lot of people have gotten scammed from sellers online. So sometimes some people will be asking you excess questions, asking you to send them a video, asking you, but you just need to understand that some people have had bad experiences with other vendors, so they just need to confirm that they're not getting scammed or anything like that. The next point is posting your reviews. This is where like you being nice comes in. So you need to ask your customer, oh, do you like this product? How is it so far? Do you like it? And once your customer like should give you a review, just posting the review of what other people said or what other people have said will help you like build your trust. It will help other people to trust you more and help other people to know that, oh, you're legit, oh, you're not fake, what you're selling is real and you don't scam people. So posting reviews build people's trust for you, basically. Yeah. Another thing is that if your product is good, like sometimes some people straight up once they receive, they're like, oh my god, I love it so much, it is nice, blah blah blah. Take a screenshot of that and post it on your page. Sometimes some people don't want you to put their identity, so you just need to like crop it sometimes and post it and tell people, oh, so this is our feedback, oh, come and buy from us, we're legit, we're not fake. Yeah. Do promos, not ads, promos. So what I mean by promos is sometimes you do free shipping Friday, 10% off Tuesday, 20% off Thursday. Yeah. Let's say if Christmas is coming, you say, oh, we're having Christmas sales. If New Year is coming, oh, New Year sales. Like just take advantage of all those little celebrations to do sales. But another thing about sales is that don't overdo the sales, or don't do the sales in a way you lose. So I'll give an example. I'm going to give an example with this brush. I like to give examples like just so you guys understand. So let's say I buy this brush 500 naira. Yeah, I buy this brush 500 naira and I sell it for, let me just give you guys one rule. You always want to make sure that your profit is never less than 40%. Do you get? So if you're buying this brush 500 naira, you want to sell it for maybe 1,000 maybe 1,000 naira. That way your profit is 50% profit, right? Or is it 100%? 50% profit is 750. 100% profit is 1,000. Guys, my math is so bad. But then yeah, so you just always want to make sure that your profit is never less than 40%. So that's just one rule of business. So as I was saying, even when you calculate everything, your shipping and everything, just make sure your profit isn't less than 40%. Yeah, except you're selling something that you can just easily access somewhere. Yeah, so let's say I buy this brush for 500 naira and I'm selling it for 1,500 naira. So my profit is basically 1,000 naira. So if I want to do sales, I'll say, oh, you can get 10% off. That's 150 off, right? So 150, yeah, so that's 150 off. I'm really not losing. Do you understand? Like, I still have my gain. Even if I remove 150. Even if you say 20% off, that's 300 off, and I'm selling it for 1,200, I'm still gaining because I bought it for 500 naira. Do you understand? So you always want to do your sales in a way that you don't lose too much. You don't want to go and lose. You don't want to go and say, oh, 50% off. And so yeah, you always want to do your sales in a way that you don't really lose. But then one thing with people is that people like free stuff. Anything discount, anything promo, anything, they like it, they love it. But then you have to be wise while you're doing it. You make sure you're not losing too much, or you're not even losing at all. Quite a number of other vendors are more expensive than me because I feel like I've hacked the way to get stuff for, I won't say really cheap, but then quite cheap in a way that I can make my prices cheap too. So my stuff are kind of way cheap compared to other vendors, because like I feel like other people buy from America, UK, all these places, but me, I'm buying from China and it's still quality. Do you understand? And these people that you're buying from in America and UK, they are buying from China. So they are buying from China, taking it to US, UK, and then they'll bring it back to Nigeria. But then you can literally buy from China straight up. So yeah, let me not divert too much. But then yes, when it comes to free shipping, how not to lose when it comes to free shipping is just take your time and do your calculation. So you want to say, don't just say, oh, today is free shipping. No, don't just go there, because somebody can come and literally buy something of, let's say somebody should buy this comb from you for 1,500 and shipping is 2,500. What have you done? Like, what have you really done? You've just lost. You've lost a lot of money, and you just paid 2,500 for nothing. So you want to say maybe free shipping on all orders over 10k, or free shipping on all orders over 15k, or something like that. So you just want to be wise while you're doing it. So if you do free shipping on all orders, let's say over 10k, maybe you can equate that to maybe 20% off. I don't know if it's making sense. Just do the math yourself and understand. So yeah, doing that will attract people, because Nigerians especially love free things. They love free shipping. Me, I don't even like to pay for shipping, so any opportunity, once I see free shipping, like, I'm going for it. That one particularly, or discount. Everybody loves discount. Everybody loves, like, you know now. Yeah, so except you're doing like clearance sales, or let's say you have different brushes and maybe the white one of this brush doesn't sell, that's when I can say you bring it down to just to get rid of it, so that next time you know that you're not buying white again, you're only going to buy like the colors that are selling. Do you understand? Like, that's like a clearance sale. Yeah. My next point is to always go for quality over quantity. I'm going to keep saying this: quality over quantity, quality over quantity. One thing with Nigerians that I've noticed is that most times Nigerian vendors or Nigerian sellers always go for the lowest quality, and I feel like that's what is kind of killing us. No, I feel like that's like a bad reputation that we have in China. For example, let me give you, if you go to like a place in China, or if you're trying to buy from a vendor in China, and most things in China, I'll give an example with like shoes. Some shoes can have up to 6 grades or 6 qualities. Even hair, like, there are a lot of grades when it comes to all these things. And once you just say I'm a Nigerian, they'll say, oh, okay, this is the lowest grade, this is what we have, because you know Nigerians are going for the cheap ones, but Nigerians will sell for the price of the highest quality ones. So yeah, I'm just giving an example. sometimes just say you're from Canada or US or UK. That's just a tip. Don't say you're from Nigeria. If not, they'll point you to the lowest grade one. Anyway, going for quality over quantity is like, except you want to sell low quality stuff, but I feel like with me too, that's one thing that has really helped my business to grow. Yeah, because I'm not comparing myself to anybody, but like with the other vendors that sell what I sell, they sell like the lower quality one. But let me give an example with just one thing. Let's say this particular item is like the low quality, but they're selling it for 10k, and me, I have the higher quality, guys, the highest quality, and I'm selling my highest quality one for 8k. Let's say I bought my highest quality one for like 4k, but I'm selling it 8k. They bought their lowest quality one for like 2k, but they're selling it like 10k. Do you understand? So I feel like I've had people that told me, oh, I bought from this vendor and it feels very cheap and it is this, but then I bought from, and it is more expensive than your own, but then I bought from your own and your own is a better quality than this vendor's own. Your own is cheaper. Do you understand? Like, people will always find out, people will always know and will tell their friends and start referring people to you. So word of mouth. So I just feel like trying to just, and don't start with high quality and then go down because you're trying to save costs. No, just maintain that quality that you're selling, good quality. Yeah, so quality over quantity. And even not even for people to keep coming back to you, just for that your brand name. Yeah, just for your brand name to be here and not here. Yeah. One point I just want to state is that when it comes to having good and nice customer service, I feel like at the same time you should always create a boundary. Like, don't be too friendly with your vendor, with your customer rather. Don't be too friendly with your customer, because that can cause disrespect, and they might be saying, oh, give me discounts now. Would you not reduce the money? Me is only, let's say you say 15k, they'll tell you, oh, me is only 12k I have. Your prices are fixed. People can't bargain with you. Like, my price is my price, take it or leave it. These are the points that I have for you guys for growing your business and all of that. I don't know if I haven't included anything. Honestly, if I haven't included anything, I will like literally make a list in the comment section below. And if you guys have any questions for me, please make sure you ask in the comment section below. A lot of you come to my DMs. I appreciate that, and I appreciate your very nice comments, but like, you need to understand that sometimes I don't really have time to answer everybody. But then please, I always make time to respond to my comments. I always make time to respond to my comments. So there's no way, I read all my comments, so there's no way you say like I missed your question or anything. No, I always make, if I don't reply, just know that I have a video on that, so you should probably go and check for a video on that and all that. And I have a video on how to get like trusted vendors if you're trying to get vendors. A big announcement I want to make is I am currently working on a personal shopper page. What this is for basically is that me and my team will help you source for, so anything you're looking for, anything you're trying to sell, will help you source for it. Because even with that video I've made, a lot of people still don't understand Chinese, and some people don't know how to like find the vendors, even with the video I've made. And honestly, if I'm going to be honest with you, when you speak Chinese to these people, you get your stuff for way cheaper. And I understand that like not everybody can speak Chinese, or not everybody can use a translation app or any of that. So we're here to make the work easier for you. So we're going to help you source for the items that you want. We're going to help you source for the items you want. We're going to help you buy the items. We're going to help you communicate with the vendor. We're going to help you buy the items. We're going to help you bring the items to Nigeria or wherever you are. If you're in Ghana, we'll help you transport the items to Ghana. If you're in Kenya, wherever you are, we're going to help you do all of that. And it's for a very small fee. That's like our own fee. If I tell you guys the fee, you feel like it's unbelievable. You guys won't even believe it. But then yeah, I'm basically working on that. Like, it's going to be for a very small fee, because you guys are my subscribers and you guys basically pay me by subscribing and watching my videos. So that's why I'm making the fee really small. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about this video. Leave a comment below and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Oh no, so you found a profitable product, but you were hit with the request approval button. This has happened to all of us. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get ungated in certain brands and subcategories and why you should want to get ungated. Now keep in mind, stick through the whole video because I'm going to have a bonus tip that'll help you get a higher chance at getting ungated. So I hope this video helps. What is going on online retailers? And if you're new to this channel, welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Mike Roscoe, and I coach people on how to start, build, and grow their own online retail business. And this is sometimes commonly referred to Amazon FBA wholesale by others. Now, if you don't know what online retail is, it's simply legally selling big name brand products such as Disney, Hasbro, Mattel, Sony, Microsoft, Procter & Gamble, all those big popular brand names. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to get ungated in these big name brands and certain subcategories and why you kind of want to be ungated, right? So the reason why you want to get ungated in these is number one, less competition. So if you're ungated in something like Sony, for example, here, and another competitor is not, you could sell this product and they can't. Right? The second and main reason is the demand for the products, right? If you're going to buy any controller, you're probably going to buy a Sony PS4 controller or an Xbox controller. You're not going to buy some generic brand controller, right? I mean, this probably isn't a great example because this controller is compatible with the PS4, right? Or, you know, but let's just say you're buying a doll and you're going to buy a generic doll, or you're going to buy a Barbie, right? Or maybe Disney, or you're going to buy these big name brand products. So in this video, I want to show you how to get ungated in these brands, right? So let's just say your supplier sends you a deal via the email list or a spreadsheet, and you find this product, you do the product research, and again, I'm going to add a link above. So if you don't know how to do product research or add a product, make sure to check out the video, and I'll add another link too, because you're going to want to know how the whole process. I also offer a free course in the description below, so if you haven't signed up for that, make sure you sign up for that. I mean, if there's no demand for the product you're selling, how are you going to generate sales, right? So this ungating opens up tons of opportunity for you. And if you look at a majority of the sales on Amazon, most of them come from big name brand products. So number one, why you want to sell in ungated categories or brands. Number one, demand. Number two, less competition, right? So let's just jump right into it. Let's talk about brand ungating. So your supplier sent you this profitable deal, right? Okay, you did the product research, you added the product, and as soon as you went to go add it, you got hit with the request approval button, right? So let's just click that and see what pops up. Request approval again. So it says at least one purchase invoice for products from manufacturer or distributor. Now, typically this will say a letter or an invoice. Now, if you're dealing with big brands like Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, Mattel, Hasbro, don't contact them directly and try to get a letter from them. You tell them, oh, I need to get ungated on Amazon. No shot you get a letter unless you know the brand owner, right? So what you want to do is a majority of my suppliers will send me a finalized invoice prior to purchasing. It's a win-win, right? So if, let's just say I purchase this amount, $5,000 worth of controllers, and I'm not ungated, and I already purchased it, but I can't sell it. So I'm backed up $5,000. That's $5,000 plus the profit that I could have used towards buying more inventory for next month, right? So it's a win-win situation for both of us. Now, I just want to show you what needs to be on a finalized invoice prior to you submitting it to getting ungated. Now, I have the notes up here, but I'm going to read off what needs to be on the invoice. I'm not going to show you because obviously my company name, the supplier's name, it's privacy. So I don't want to show you all the information. So what you're going to need on the top left corner, it's going to be my company name. Let me pull this up again. My company name, my company address. So it's going to be your company name, your company address, your supplier's address, your supplier's name, phone number, and website. So again, supplier's name, address, phone number, website, which is going to be all up here in the top right corner. I'm not going to scroll up. And then to the right, it's going to say ship to. Where is it shipping to? Now, typically, you're shipping directly to FBA warehouses. I spoke about this in the shipping videos. If you haven't seen those, make sure you check those out. I'll add a link above. You want to ship direct because you're cutting the cost. So if you ship from your supplier to your house or warehouse or wherever it may be, and then to the FBA warehouses, you're already eating into your profits because you're making an additional shipment, right? So you want to get your supplier to ship directly to Amazon FBA warehouses, right? So again, let me recap that. Your company name, your address, your supplier's name, address, website, phone number, right? And they definitely want the phone number because they want to verify if you're in fact purchasing from, right? So you also want the number of units. Now, if you send this, you can actually, this is the only number you can block out. If you were to send into Amazon a finalized invoice to get ungated in a brand, you can block out the rate. They don't need to know how much you're buying the product for, okay? So you want to send the quantity, the number of units, and the date of the invoice and date number. That's going to be in the very top right of this, right? You don't need the amount, you don't need the rate, okay? They don't need to know that. So just to recap, your company name, your company address, supplier's name, address, phone number, website, number of units, date of the invoice, and the invoice number. Okay? So let's get back to the screen. Oh, see, it actually says it here now. Omit pricing option. So you can actually check that. And it shows you now the documents must meet the following requirements. Your name, name of the address. Oh, and you have to purchase at least 10 units. I forgot to mention that. At least 10 units. And it says right here, please note that we may verify your submitted documentation by contacting product vendors you identify in your application. And that's what I just stated before. Dated on or after. So they typically like to do 6 months. By the way, I do want to mention why this business model is the real way to sell on Amazon. As you notice, when you try to get ungated in a brand, it asks for an invoice from a distributor or a manufacturer. This isn't retail arbitrage. This isn't online arbitrage. No arbitrage. You have to be working with a manufacturer or distributor to get ungated, right? That's what Amazon wants. So this proves that this is the business model to be in. So if you're doing arbitrage, you get a receipt from Target, Walmart, wherever, any of those big box retailers, you're not going to, that doesn't qualify as a verification for getting the products legally. If you want to legally obtain big name brand products, you have to be working with a distributor or a manufacturer. Just wanted to note that, right? So you get a finalized invoice prior to purchasing that product from your supplier. All you have to do, you ensure that all this information is on there, right? You want to ensure it. And you want to click select files, drop that invoice, it has to be a finalized invoice into here. And then in the comments, you want to put your company name, purchased X units. So here it would be 150 units on, and then put the date. Okay? Now, put your email address, and then put your phone number. That's optional. The phone number is optional. Put the email address, and then submit. Okay? So again, make sure everything's right on the finalized invoice. Put your company name has purchased X amount of units, 150 units on the date. Put your email, click submit. Now it varies how long it takes. Okay. And one bonus tip, these are the bonus tips I have. All right. Number one, if it doesn't work the first time, people get frustrated and they give up. Keep submitting it. Sometimes it's just the Amazon sales representative. Okay. Keep submitting it. Bonus number two, do it late at night. They seem more lenient. I've had a higher success rate later at night. You know, you can have the most perfect distributor, the most perfect invoice. I shouldn't really say, but you know what I mean. You can do everything right, and it could be the sales rep that denies you. So just keep trying and do it late at night. Those are my two bonus tips. So I hope that clarifies any brand ungating. Now I want to go on to subcategory ungating. Now, what exactly is subcategory? Well, let me just type in Barbie. Let's see if any subcategories show various. What does this say? Okay, so perfect. Toys. You're going to be gated in certain subcategories, whether it's toys, female hygiene, lighting. There's going to be a bunch of just random ones that you're going to come across of. Let's see if I can find other ones. Let's see, Dove maybe. Oh, topicals, supplements, OTC medications. There's topicals, Advil. OTC meaning over-the-counter medications. Yep. So let's use Advil as an example. So you got this product from a supplier, you know, whether it was via spreadsheet, email, whatever. So you want to sell this product, but you see you have to request approval. You're gated in OTC medication products. Now, for some of you who haven't realized what gating means, it means restricted. You're restricted to sell these certain brands or subcategories. So you want to sell this, but you can't. So what do? Well, unfortunately, it's far more difficult to get ungated in subcategories than it is in brands. Okay. First thing you could do is you can ask your supplier if they have the proper documentation. Okay, I'll show you what that means in a second. But most of the time, they're not going to, so I wouldn't even bother. So, again, you choose who you're buying it from, reseller, distributor, manufacturer. Most of the time, when it's big name brand products, you're selling from a distributor, right? You're buying from a distributor. Again, you want to do the invoice and whatever it asks. So in this specific scenario, obviously you know how to upload an invoice now. Second, you need the image of the product label and packaging. Okay. Now, this is where you're not going to be able to get the documentation from suppliers, right? You could, but most of the time it's going to be tough and it might not even be worth asking. So either you upload an FDA registration screenshot, a GMP certificate, a COA, or any of the four here, okay? And you do the same thing. You know, make the comments on each, and you put your email address, okay? Now, what I did was the second option, right? I profited based off of brands that didn't require subcategory ungating. So what I did was I did the second option, which was auto ungating. So typically after 6 or 7 months of selling, you get auto ungated in these. Okay, you simply just request approval and instantly auto ungated. Now let's just say you say, "Oh, Mike, but I found this such a good product, profitable, not too much competition, and I want to buy it, but I just can't sell it because I just can't get ungated in subcategories." Now that method, the third way is to use an ungating service. Now I'll have a link in the description below to a certain ungating service, which is by far the best in my opinion. All right. Literally, if you cannot get ungated, he will refund you. All right. So again, he will refund you if you cannot get ungated. But he has such a high success rate that it doesn't even matter, right? So number one, you can ask your supplier for the proper documentation, which is Doesn't seem like it's very likely. Number two, you can wait until you get auto-ungated, which is typically 6, 7 months, 6, 7, 8 months into selling if you have good enough volume, right? Number three, use an ungating service, okay? So again, I hope this video helped you because, for some reason, it's not very clear for some people on how to get on gating, and I just want to make a video on it.
Today is brought to you by the letter C for conversions. What's up, everybody? This is Adrian Boycell, and thank you for watching another Adrian Graphics and Marketing video. Today, I want to ask you to subscribe. I want to ask you to like, and I want to ask for your commitment to continue to follow the content that I'm making to help your life become better, because I want to be a mentor, I want to be a leader, I want to be a support, and I want to be a resource for you. So by now, you've already identified what your reason, what your why is, who your customers are, what their problems are, and how you're gonna solve it. Number two was all about defining your niche. What was the niche that your customers are in, or who are the most likely people to do business with you, the low-hanging fruit, all of that. And if you've missed any of these videos, you definitely need to go back and watch those. Number three was all about your brand. Who are you, what makes you unique, what makes you different, and how you're gonna build a connection to your potential audience. Number four was traffic. Everybody needs traffic to their websites, to their social pages, to their podcasts, to their YouTube channels, just like I do. That's why I need you to share this video. Traffic is really, really important. And number five is the most important, and it's the reason why you're doing all of this stuff, is to get some money. Show me the money, right? Everybody wants to make money and make money doing an online business. Remote laptop lifestyle. That is the whole goal of all of this, is to make money online from your home without having to go into a 9-to-5 or go into an office. So today I'm going to talk to you about conversions, how to get conversions, how to nurture relationships, and the importance of those relationships. All right, so number one, did you know that over 50% of salespeople give up after the very first call? Just because somebody tells you no doesn't mean that it's a no forever. It means it's a no right now. And so if you continue to give up on every single sales call you make after the very first contact, you're never gonna get anywhere. No relationship was ever built that way. You see it in romantic comedies where the guy is asking the girl out on a date multiple times or asking the girl to marry him multiple times. It's important that you have a resilient personality, and statistics do not lie. It takes between 8 and 12 contacts to convert somebody into a customer, and it doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes that can take 8 to 12 months, or it can take 6 to 12 months, or it can take a day to 90 days. It just depends on what type of business you have. Not everybody is ready to buy right now, but making those repeated contacts is going to help you stand out and increase your conversion rates significantly. And overall, what you want to do is nurture that relationship by adding value at each one of those contact points. Not just expecting to ask them for something or to ask them for their sale, but it's the golden rule of the 80-20. 80% of your conversations with them should be adding value, and 20% should be the ask. Another stat that you may not know is 89% of salespeople also give up after the fourth contact. That means almost 9 out of 10 salespeople will give up. That means if you contact them 10 times or 9 times, you're probably going to be the only person that's continuing to contact them and continuing to have that ongoing relationship. And at 9 contacts, you're going to have a 90% chance of when that person's ready to buy, they're going to pick up the phone and call you. That is a huge number, a 90% chance. Wouldn't you want that kind of success? There are multiple ways that you can contact somebody. It's not just by phone. Text messages are very, very effective. Sending text messages, sending videos, sending Snapchats, sending DMs through Instagram, sending Facebook messages, sending emails, visiting them face-to-face in their office and handing them a gift card, or handing the decision maker a gift card, or dropping off a gift to the gatekeeper. There's lots of ways that you can convert and nurture these relationships with people. Pouring into the people, offering value, and continuing to be consistent in your approach of being a value-driven company and being a solutions provider. Not selling anything, but solving problems. That is what a good salesperson does, is their mission is to solve the problems. And if you believe you truly have something of value that is going to solve their problems and make their life better, you're not bugging them. They need to be able to wake up and they need to be able to see that you're going to be committed long term, that you're going to be consistent, that you're going to follow up. And by showing that consistency and that interest in that relationship, they're eventually, they say persistence wears down resistance. So you may not get them on the first time or the third time or the fifth time or the 8th time or even the 9th time. It may take you 10 times, it may take you 12 times, it may take you 12 times. But eventually you're going to get through to them if you're offering value. If you have an irresistible offer like we talked about, you have something compelling and you've built a connection, you built a relationship, you show that you're there for the long term and that you're there to build a real relationship with them, that you're not just there for their money, because that's not what this is about. This is about you going out there and improving the world with what you do, making the world a better place, doing better brands, doing better designs, creating better food, creating better recipes, whatever it is that you do for a living. It's all about being the best at that and providing a better service than what they currently have. If you don't think that you can provide something better than what they currently have, then they're probably not the right customer for you. Maybe you need to start with something more simple. So that's my advice for you today. I wanted to keep this one fairly short because there's a lot going on in my world, and I'm sure in your world, and I know time is of the essence, and I value your guys' time quite a bit. As I asked you in the beginning of this video, I need you guys to please hit the subscribe, hit the like button. I hope you've enjoyed this course, this 5-part series. You need to understand that nurturing relationships happens over a period of time, that there are people out there that aren't going to buy right away, and they may be 6 months out from buying. And so you want to be that top of mind awareness type of person where when they come and decide to finally make that decision, who are they going to pick? 90% of buyers are not ready to buy out. And I think the statistic is actually a little bit higher than I think it's like 95% of people are in research mode or just kind of discovery mode. So you need to understand the intent. And part of that is also understanding where you're marketing your business. If you're marketing your business on Google Ads, the intent is going to be much higher than basically being on the organic listings or in the maps. People that are looking for Google Ads and are clicking on Google Ads have an immediate need and their intent is very high. With Facebook, it's a little bit lower. You're actually creating a demand and putting a message in front of them they may not even thought about. So you have to have a system in place to nurture those relationships and to get those conversion rates as high as possible. Conversion rates happen on the website, conversion rates happen through emails, conversion rates happen through phone calls and through text messages. If you want to have a lot of success, I would take an omni-channel, multi-channel approach and trying all those different methods. It'll really, really help you out if you can hit them on multiple platforms and multiple places like LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and show them that you're on multiple platforms. That can build a lot of credibility. So just be consistent, stay consistent with your follow-up, and don't give up after the first, second, third, or fourth try. You just need to remember that it can take 8 to 12 or even 13 times for them to convert into a customer. And you got to understand by asking the right questions of, hey, when are you looking to make this purchase? And asking those questions, and this is what happens with a lot of people, is they also forget to actually make the ask. Is they focus so much on providing value like I've done here, and then when they get to the end of it and the customer goes, wow, this is great, so what's the next step? And they go, well, you know, and they just keep talking and they don't actually make the pitch. When the customer starts to ask you, hey, yeah, so what's the next steps? That is a big flag of, hey, it's time to close the deal. So definitely don't miss some of those flags. Understand that that person may not be ready yet, and you want to ask those qualifying questions right at the beginning, and you want to convert these people. That's the ultimate goal of doing all this work and making all this movement and solving all these problems, is understanding that you want to convert this and turn this into new business and then get referrals, and you want them to become a raving fan. So making sure that you have the process in place to offer so much value to them where they just head over heels for you, and by the time they decide to say yes, they are already sold. They already have just been a time in a waiting game for them, and they're just ready to take the next step and make that commitment. So I hope you guys got a lot out of this. I know I shared a lot of information, but I wanted to make this valuable. I wanted to make this helpful for you, and I just really appreciate you guys being with me today. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great day, and as always, keep looking up.
Welcome to The Journey. Today we're going to talk about how to start your service business. Let's go. Hey, I'm Emma, your GoDaddy guide, and today I'm super excited to be joined with my co-host, Justin Neely. Hey Justin, what's up?
What up? How are you?
What are we going to talk about today? Starting your service business?
Exactly. We're talking about starting your service business.
I'm already dying to know, where do you begin? Because there's a lot of things that I'm sure you have to do, but what's first and foremost?
Right. And you have to take that first step of really figuring out what you want your business to be, right? You can't just go, I want to be a service-based business. Well, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
You want it to be something that you're actually passionate about, because you're going to get a lot of the things that you don't want to do, like the admin or just the runaround. And if it's not something you're really passionate about, it's not gonna last.
I love the passion component. I mean, to me, if you're doing something that you're passionate about, you're gonna give it your all, your 110%.
Absolutely.
You're gonna do the best work.
Right. It's your why. It's why you do what you do.
Yeah. So what do you need? Like,
so
where do you start?
Probably step one, just to make sure that you're productive, is to buy a computer if you don't have one. If you're watching this on a computer, then just disregard this, move on to step two. That's gonna be step one.
What about a smartphone though? I feel like I do everything on my smartphone.
You can do a lot, absolutely, but it's all about being productive. You can flip to different tabs, go to different screens, do a bunch of stuff that you potentially couldn't do. Or if you have to go and type everything out on a smartphone, it's gonna take you a lot longer than on a computer. It's good to have both though.
That's a good point. Okay, so you have a computer, got it. Then what's next? I'm thinking social media, but that's just because I'm obsessed with it. Domain, like where do you go from there?
So probably the next step is to figure out what your name is and buy a domain name and get your social media handles. We've got a couple of videos that we talked about really diving into Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook in the links or descriptions below. As soon as you have that domain, then you need a website. Social media is great, but you can't always control social media. Do you remember Vine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a super popular platform, right?
What
Everyone
happened to
invested
Vine?
all their time, and it's gone. So all those followers went with it. And with your website, it's there to help you generate leads, and you control it, and it's there for as long as you want it. And then you piggyback into social.
Another thing, I'm so just wrapped up in the digital world.
Absolutely.
But I was at a trade show recently, walking the floor, networking, and I forgot my business cards. And it's easy to do because I do so much in the digital world.
Right.
So I got by. But
Yeah.
I just am curious, as a small business owner and the local heroes listening in, are business cards still an important thing?
Absolutely. It's absolutely relevant. In fact, I got a business card today, and it blew my mind. The quality of it, right?
Huh.
Look at that.
There's even
Super
a
cool.
texture with the font.
It's something
and the
tactile, and
lettering.
if you're on the go, sometimes you might not remember the domain name or the handle or things like that, but that business card is just something to really make yourself stand out. And especially if you get a cool one like that,
It's a cool
it's
one.
different, it helps
Did
you
you
stand
want
out.
it back?
I mean, I might. Well, I'll get it later. I didn't even notice you put it in your pocket.
Thanks.
So some places you can get business cards. There's places like moo.com, that's pretty cool. There's Vistaprint, they've been around forever. We talk about Canva a lot. You can create your own business card on there and they can print it off for you.
What do you use?
I use Canva because I like to really design every part of it, and there's a couple templates, but
sweet.
to each their own.
Now, when it comes to getting your actual work done, I imagine you need to have, office space, workspace,
It's
space
really,
in your home.
It's gonna vary,
Is
right?
that important?
It's somewhat important. It depends on what type of service you provide. If you don't ever really talk to someone
true, yeah.
face to face, you don't need an office. But if you want to be able to have meetings with people, things like that, you don't have to invest in an office space. There are a ton of just co-working spaces popping up all over the country. Some are free,
love
some are
them.
freemium, some are paid. Just depends what the budget is. But with those co-working spaces, what I love about it is it's not only a place to work, but it's a place
Free
to
coffee?
There's free coffee too, those coffee and kick flips. But it's a great place to network. You get all these like-minded people around you that you can piggyback ideas off of, or find just complementary businesses that maybe I'm a web designer, right? And you're working there and you're a graphic designer. You start sending me web design leads, I start sending you graphic design leads, and your
Perfect.
service just builds and builds and builds.
Yeah.
Or work at home, have a little office space, something that's just yours, free of distractions. I know I'm like a squirrel. I'll just get distracted all
me.
day. I'm working, and then Netflix will pop on, and my dog runs by, and I get distracted. So what I like to do is go to a coffee shop and drink coffee.
I love the working at home. It's not for everybody, but
Not for everyone. It is if you like to work in your PJs.
that's how I do my webinars. Okay, so one more question for you.
All right.
How do you stay productive doing this?
That's tough, and it really depends on the type of service business you provide. Like there's not one answer fits all, but I'll go over some of the things that helps most people. First off, you need some type of productivity suite. The most popular out there are Google Suite with all their Google Docs, Sheets, all that good stuff, and then Microsoft Office. I would almost caution people to basically get a second number. And what I mean by that is not go and get another phone, right? Get another, there's lots of digital services where you can basically have another number on your phone. So that way people aren't calling you on your normal line and you're like, is this personal, is it business? Then it gets confusing.
Separate the two.
Absolutely. And then you don't answer like a weirdo and like, hey, this is Neely's Web Design and it's your mom, right? You want to make it professional so you have that
She'll be
difference.
happy to hear that you're always working and working hard.
She's so proud. And just separate your personal life from your business, because otherwise it's going to start getting overwhelming.
I say the same for social media. If you have a business, go and get a business page. Don't use your personal page.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right, and then let's talk about getting paid. Like you're a service business, right?
Oh, right.
You want to get paid. You're not
that's an
doing this.
important
It's not
part
a
of all
hobby.
this, not just a hobby.
We all got bills.
Yeah, passion that pays.
Yes, lots of tools out there. If you're going in person, probably Square or something like that. So you got that little dongle and you can swipe that credit card.
Get that money.
Venmo is probably my favorite, just to read the comments personally that people talk about. But quick and easy way to get paid. Otherwise, there's PayPal and Stripe for your website and things like that.
Sounds like a lot of options.
We got options.
All right, that's a wrap. I want to thank my co-host Justin for being here.
It's been awesome.
You're the expert, and we learned a lot about how to start your service business, but I'm sure you have questions, so go ahead and drop them below. And be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See ya.
Bye.
$500 hours. That's how much time I spent on this channel without making a dime when I first started. And I now recently realized that I make $390 a day at least in passive income, and this has been consistent for months. But it wasn't always this way. In order to get this point where I was making passive income, I had to go through years of failure where I wasn't making any money at all. And then when I finally did start making money, years of grinding. The truth about passive income, especially in the beginning, is that everybody wants it. And so you have to work extra hard up front in order to start generating it. And I wish I would have seen a video like this years ago so that I'd have a better understanding about how to go about generating this passive income. Because I think passive income is sort of a buzzword that people throw around and they don't actually realize what it means. I think a lot of people view passive income as money that just grows on trees, but that's not how passive income works. It's more like farming, where you're doing a ton of work up front and then you're reaping the rewards of all that hard work a long time down the line. And in this video, I'm going to show you different ways that I've been consistently generating passive income over the last year. And if you're new to the channel, people subscribe to learn about personal finance, college degrees, careers, and opportunities that are going to lead you to success. And in order to show appreciation for these videos, viewers also gently tap the like button. We don't do any of that smashing stuff here. And these kinds of videos are never easy to make. It's pretty taboo to talk about the subject of money. And it does tend to get a lot of hate comments, but after getting tons of requests to make a video like this, I decided to. So I really hope this inspires people and maybe it'll give you a few ideas on what you can do in your personal journey. All right, so the way I'm gonna structure this video is I'm gonna start from the most passive to the least passive types of income, because not all passive income is created equally. Some of these methods are completely passive and others are semi-passive. So first one on the list is probably my favorite form of passive income, and that is investments. Now, this last year has been absolutely bonkers when it comes to the stock market. Millionaires have been made. There's been stocks that have gone up like 10x. There's been cryptocurrencies that have gone up over 1,000%. And I have had an incredible year when it comes to investing. Now, my investments are all over the place. I invest in retirement accounts like the Roth IRA and the 401k. I think one of the safest ways of investing is to put your money into a diversified ETF or index fund. But I also invest into individual companies, and usually this is because they pay dividends or it's just a company that I really like. Maybe I'll make a lot of money from that company, maybe I won't, but either way I'll feel really good about it because these are companies that I support. A common example of this would of course be the Teslas of the world. And my favorite app for investing in individual companies that's extremely beginner friendly is going to be Webull, which you can get 4 free stocks valued up to $1,400 down in the description if you deposit $100. Now, I also invest some of my portfolio portfolio into cryptocurrency, and that has gone up like crazy as well. Overall, in December 2020, my investment portfolio went up $25,397.42, and that's honestly on the conservative side. Now, I thought that month would never be topped, but in January, my portfolio went up even more, $26,633.58, which is just, I don't even know what to think. Now, you might be wondering, Shane, the video says you make $390 a day in passive income, but right there, that alone is over $600 a day. What's going on here? Well, technically speaking, it's not income because I haven't sold any of my investments. And on top of that, these 2 months were absolute freak occurrences. Like, this is not normal at all. And in a few months, I wouldn't be surprised at all if my portfolio ended up crashing by $20,000 to $25,000 as well. And so I don't think it would be very fair to put all of this as passive income. It would kind of be like cherry picking the really good months. In reality, over the long run, from what I have invested in my portfolio right now, I think a conservative estimate would be about $1,083 a month in profit. So that's what we're gonna put as the passive income from my investments. Next, we're gonna be talking about the second most passive type of income, and actually I'd say this is tied for first, and that's going to be cryptocurrency staking. Now, staking is very similar to a high interest savings account, but instead of money, it's going to be cryptocurrency. And instead of getting like 0.1% back of your money every single year, you're going to be getting around 6 to 8%, sometimes even more return from staking. Now, to be honest, I want to have a little disclaimer here. Crypto in general is pretty risky. So there's 3 things you really want to think about if you're considering investing into cryptocurrency. First of all, don't invest any more than you're willing to lose. This is probably one of the more risky types of investing. If you're somebody who doesn't have a very high risk tolerance, I would really suggest just putting your money into an index fund. That's going to be the best bang for your buck. The second thing you need to know about cryptocurrency is I invest long term. So I'm not somebody who's trying to time the market, buy and sell at different times. I invest long term, so whatever I buy, I likely won't sell for 5 to 10 years at least. And the third thing is you really need to do your research and know what you're getting yourself into. Don't just, follow the opinion of somebody on the internet. Make sure you do your due diligence here. Staking is the same way. Now, there's a bunch of different websites that do this, but the one I mostly use is BlockFi.com. BlockFi has a lot of legitimate businesses that are backing them, and I trust them more than any other staking company. Now, some of the other ones you can get a little bit better yield, but generally I'm getting around 6 to 8%. So with those numbers, I'm making around $10 a day or so using BlockFi staking, which is really nice. Now, I'm very careful, and I pretty much only stake like a few different types of cryptocurrency, mostly Ethereum and Bitcoin. And in December, I made around $290.70, and in January, I made around $308.30. And the cool thing about this is it's compounding interest. So all the money I make from that goes directly back into the account, and so the next month after that, it's probably going to be slightly higher. So the next type of passive income is going to be affiliate links. So let's say I do a video where I talk about a really good book on money, which is The Millionaire Next Door. And I'm just talking about, some of the parts of this book that I really agree with, and, how maybe you should read it yourself if you want to get educated on personal finance for normal people. And I just happen to link that down in the description with an Amazon link. You go to it, you buy the book. I might end up getting like 30 cents. And there's honestly a lot of spammers out there who just like spam affiliate links. And there's also some people who promote products just because the affiliate offer is good. But I personally think overall affiliate links are amazing. And I really just think that it's a win-win situation for everyone. And I personally only promote links to products that I am already using myself. And a lot of the time, the person who buys the product is going to get some kind of discount code. The person who's selling the product, the company themselves, are going to get an extra sale that they wouldn't have otherwise. And the person who promoted the product is going to end up getting a small cut as well. So it's a win-win situation for everyone involved. And whenever I'm thinking about buying something, I will always go to like YouTuber friends' video descriptions, or I'll text a friend for a referral link, something along those lines, just because it's literally free money. It's not like the company's upselling the person, like charging them extra just because they used an affiliate link. Nope, they're literally just giving them a discount and they're giving you a little cut as well. Seriously, Meet Kevin has probably scored like maybe $100 off of me with the affiliate links I've used in his description. And this is such a great way of making passive income because they basically just sit there wherever you put them for years. And you know, maybe 5 years down the line, an extra 100,000 people might end up watching a video and a few of them end up clicking your link. And nobody has to click on these links. You could just put Webull.com into Google and it'll pop up there as well, and then the person doesn't get the affiliate commission. But if you appreciate the person's video and you want to help them out, then it's nice to click on their link just to give them a little bit of a kickback. Now, the first year and a half that I had this YouTube channel, I had no idea what I was doing, and I actually didn't put an affiliate link in the description until I was over 100,000 subscribers. I finally started putting links in the description just a few months ago. I put Webull link, and it's been doing okay. I don't really talk about it or promote it all that much, but it's been getting me a few $100 every month. And then I finally decided to put links to other companies that I really like and use in the description, and I have no idea how they're doing because I haven't checked yet. So from what I've heard, your affiliate and sponsorship earnings are supposed to be about like 1-to-1 with your YouTube channel AdSense earnings. And because of the fact that I'm not really utilizing that at all, it's nowhere near that. It's not even like 10-to-1. Like it's not even 1/10 of what I earn with AdSense. So in December, I earned around $316.94. And in January, it was $405.07 from affiliate links. The numbers are not in yet, but I do think that February is going to be a little bit better. It's probably going to be over $1,000. Next on the list, we're going to be talking about Patreon. And this is basically a platform outside of YouTube where people can pay for exclusive content. No, not OnlyFans, Patreon. This is something I started because a lot of people were requesting this. And basically, I keep this extremely minimalistic. So basically, people who can't wait for me to come out with a video about whatever subject they want, they can go to my Patreon, and I sort of just have like some lists there that would probably help them out. I have a subjective degree ranking list, an objective degree ranking list, and then I also talk about what my investments are as well. I'm thinking about maybe making the Patreon into more of a sort of news sort of thing where if I see really big opportunities come out, like a really good investment or maybe some kind of program, some sort of certification where you can maybe like $100,000 with just a 6-month certification, something along those lines where it wouldn't be the type of content that would be good enough to make a full video from it, but I can make like a really quick video where I talk about it on Patreon. I'm thinking about doing something like that with it, but right now I'm just keeping it super minimalistic. Let me know what I should do with the Patreon down in the comments. I'm actually really curious what you guys think. Hey guys, quick pause here. I'm in the editing process right now, and for some reason there were some issues with the last part of the video, so instead of going over that and trying to fix that, I've just decided to kind of cut in here and just go over the numbers instead on my spreadsheet right now. And basically, when it comes to YouTube AdSense, you can check out the video that I made on my YouTube income. But when it comes to YouTube AdSense, I would say the passive part of YouTube AdSense, aka people finding my videos through search results, and then sometimes finding my videos through discovery on the right-hand side, the videos that you see on the right-hand side when you're on the computer and at the bottom when you're on phone. I say I make about $100 a day or $3,000 a month, and I would say that's relatively conservative because there's been several times where I've stopped uploading to the channel and it seems to just promote my older videos more when I stop uploading, so it doesn't really seem like it affects my passive income or active income all that much. Although when I upload a lot of new videos, it does tend to kind of boost the algorithm a little bit, but it honestly doesn't go down all that much. Now, if I stopped uploading for like several months or something like that, who knows what would happen, but I would say conservatively speaking, I could still make around $100 a day if I stopped uploading. So that's going to be about $3,000 a month when it comes to YouTube passive income from AdSense. And so when you add everything up in total, when it comes to passive income for the month of December, it's $4,815.64. And for the month of January, it's $4,935.37. So very similar months. For February, I do believe that my passive income overall did go down a little bit. My investments didn't do as well. The market did sort of crash around the end of February. Not everything is in right now. Yeah, affiliate income definitely went up for February. AdSense was down just a little bit. And then everything else was about normal. So I'd say February might be slightly down from all of these numbers. But that's something that you would kind of expect to happen towards the beginning of the year. January, February do tend to be lower earning months. But yeah, just wanted to jump in here instead of refilming the entire video, just do this little edit at the very end.
We're going to give you tips to build your online community here on The Journey. Hi, I'm Emma, and this is my co-host Neely, and I want to start off with why? Why should I build an online community?
Why, right? An online community is, in my opinion, the only way that you are going to elevate your brand to that next level. It's really going to help differentiate you from everyone else. Because at the end of the day, literally everything's a commodity, but a community is something that makes you stand out.
All right, so I know it's really important to not always be focused on selling. Rather, take the time to position yourself as an expert. This will be a great way to give back to your community, your fans, your customers. So think about that when it comes to what you're focused on.
Right, and like you say, and previous episodes, if you've been following along, you don't want to sell, you want to
Tell.
super corny as it is the truth. And while you're doing that and you're telling and you're positioning yourself as the expert, it also gives the opportunity of really learning about your audience, because you're engaging with them, you're talking with them, you're learning about really what they're doing. And because of that, you're figuring out, cool, what are their actual problems? What are they wanting? What are they needing? Then with that, that's free market research from your community that you can really dig into and figuring out, cool, what's next for your brand? What other services can you offer to really elevate that?
Yeah, I mean, your customers can show you a lot and enlighten you on a lot of things to help actually benefit your business in the long run.
That is a great point, which leads me into the first tip, and that's really to make it all about the people, because
I love that.
without people, you have no business. Without business, you have no money. Then you're broke, and then you can't eat pizza all day. It's a tragedy.
Tragedy.
But you really need to make it about them and figuring out what they need.
Going into that, I strongly encourage your group to share. I often speak to this when talking about social media, like, hey, social media is rad because it's not a one-way street. It's not a walking billboard. It's a two-way street. So encourage comments, feedback, just like we do here on The Journey.
Asking a comment below, right? And you can do the same thing. Have polls, especially with Instagram and how engaging stories are. You can throw up a quick poll or a question or a quiz now too. Just ask your audience a random question that relates to your business, gets them involved, gets them engaged. And now it's not just a one-way street. We're just yelling at another person. They're like, stop yelling at me.
Exactly.
We're actually talking. All right, now another way we can really encourage our community and build it and boost it is to recognize our group members, right?
Good tip.
They're putting in the work, especially if like you're a coach or if you're teaching something online, you have people learning how to do whatever you're doing, right? Show their progress. I know there's a person by the name of Lewis Howes, and he has a Facebook community group, and he has masterminds and inner circles and all that stuff, and I'll talk about it in a little bit. But one thing he does really, really well is when one of his clients or his followers are doing something like just super great, he'll give him a shout out like, hey, Margaret just launched her new book. Everyone give her a shout out.
Way
And
to go,
everyone's like,
Margaret!
yeah, that's awesome.
Love your new book.
And that's not something you have to pay for. You're literally just giving a shout out saying, hey, I see you. I want to recognize you, and I want everyone else to know how awesome you are. So that's super impactful and powerful, just to give them a little kudos.
All right, so this is a perfect time to bring up the importance of setting the tone for the culture. Lead by
Yes.
example. So don't go and ghost people on your social media just because, I get it, you're busy, because then you'll lose the engagement of your fans and followers. So set the tone. Be sure to be engaging, be present, dish out some quality content. Think about it even in your social life. You know, you stop inviting your friends to go do things and you stop reaching out. They start to think, oh, this friendship
It's just done.
is done.
So perfect segue, right? So leading into my next tip is to really be consistent with your audience. And what that consistency is really up to you. You don't have to post every single day, but you do want to be consistent. So if you want to make something where every Thursday I'm going to do a Facebook Live, or every Friday I'm going to do an Instagram post.
Ooh, or
Make
every Tuesday, Tip Tuesday,
I thought you were going to go Taco Tuesday.
or Motivational Monday.
I'm still about Taco Tuesday. But anyways, make it consistent, make sure that they can expect it. Now back to Lewis Howes, he has what he calls an inner circle, which a lot of people call it rather. That's basically a little mastermind group of his community, and once a month he goes on with his community on a video hangout, right? So he goes and talks.
What do they do?
They talk to each other, they say hi, how we doing, do like little icebreakers. Then he usually has like a special guest that goes on and like teaches his audience something super cool. He'll usually have like a Q&A session with some randomly selected audience members so they can really have that engagement. Super cool, right? But he does that every single month, and his followers expect that, so they know that this is happening, which also you keep doing it, continue to do it, so you get more and more people really bought into you because, man, this person's sticking around. They're about it, and I want to be about it too.
And it's like what I was talking about earlier, setting the tone for that culture.
Yeah.
Another cool thing to do, challenge your community. There's this artist illustrator that I follow on Twitch, and she does a WAC, which is a weekly artist challenge, and it's super fun because you get to see these challenges live, and it could be something as simple as like draw a tree or try oil paints or screen printing, and then you get to check it out on the live footage and feed.
Now with all this fun and game, right, what that comes with building your community, all these challenges, all this engagement, there is the not so fun part, and that is to set some ground rules and policies, because at the end of the day, we want this community to be really a safe place for everyone. So those rules, they don't have to be super strict, but they should be more common sense, right?
Yeah, so like if you have a chat room, you want to make sure you're mediating that, making sure that there aren't any trolls out there.
Block the trolls.
Block the trolls. But
Don't
play
pay the
nice.
troll toll.
The troll toll.
It's been a while since you heard that, right?
I've never heard that.
Totally derailed you. But yeah, keep all the negativity out there. You want your community to be inspiring, and you really want the power of community is like
Positivity.
bringing people together with like-mindedness, right? We're all here to help each other, and that's what that community should be about. So those rules and policies are there to make sure everyone plays fair.
But, and don't call me a delusional optimist, but what if I become too successful and I can't handle it all?
Well, other than partying on your yacht, eating all the pizza from all that success, right? You're gonna need to get some help. And that help is going to come from your community. You likely already have people in your community answering questions, helping you out already. It's time to go back to what we talked about earlier and recognizing them and recognizing all the help that they've been giving, and give them more of an admin type role in your community, saying, hey, you've been doing an awesome job. I want you to keep doing it. Let's go ahead and make this official. I want to make you my admin. So now they're helping you with your community, answering those questions, talking to the people while you're partying on your yacht, or growing your business even more and growing your community and just having fun with it.
Yeah, and then they can all join me on my yacht.
Absolutely.
Pizza for everyone.
Or there's also ways you can outsource this. So if you don't have anyone really active in your community that wants to step up, you can't hire admins to go in and manage that for you.
All right, cool, Neely. So now I know how to do it, but where do I do this?
Wherever you want. But no, there are a ton of options that you can use to really build your community, and it's really going to come down to what your community likes, right? Because not every community is the same. Your community might like being on Instagram or Twitter, but others may just want an email. But one of the first places you can really build that community is just with an email newsletter. It's one of the earliest forms of community, and simple as just sending a weekly email with all the updates, and then they'll maybe reply back to your email, and you really start that relationship there. But what I would recommend for this is try to make that email newsletter, especially in today's world, almost exclusive, right? Like that email newsletter is for this specific person trying to achieve this specific thing. Because if it's just an email for anyone, they don't really feel a part of that community, you know?
Definitely hear you on the email. I'm definitely a huge fan of it with the businesses that I follow and engage with. But also, let's not forget blogs. Blogs are a great way to also
The tried and true.
The tried and true, get the information out, and also make it really easy for your customers to share. So one thing I love about GoDaddy is we have a great blog that we share a ton of topics, everything ranging from how to finance your business to how to start a business to
Or how to build a community.
How to
in the
build a
links
community.
in the description below.
Exactly. Or how to be a master on Twitter. Point is, we put this information out there for the community, and then we make it easy to then share across social channels.
Yeah, and another way we can really build that community is through a membership on your website. Now, if you're using WordPress or other popular applications, there's usually plugins that'll help you accomplish this. But Lewis Howes has that inner circle, and that's a membership on his site that people go to that are just a part of his community, where he can share that content directly with them. So it's something that you can potentially do to really build that community with them.
And another way to build your online community, forums. A great place to provide feedback, ask questions, and
Talk amongst themselves.
exactly, bond with the community.
Now, probably my favorite way to build community, and I'm a part of, I've lost count, is through Facebook and using Facebook groups. It's probably one of the easiest ways to connect all of your community members together because let's face it, everyone's already on Facebook already. So it's one quick share, one quick ad, and they're in. And now you can add your posts, your videos, your images, and just anything you want to share with your community, you can. The good thing, kind of like forums, is your community can actually talk amongst themselves. They can start their own conversations. And I've seen lots of relationships build within the community because they're all like-minded people. Some people end up becoming best friends through this community, which is awesome. Are you a part of any Facebook groups?
Actually just part of one. It's like vegans in Southern California, which is very common, but I get to meet a lot of like-minded people. It's also a great way for me to learn of different restaurants to try because I recently moved from LA to San Diego and it's a 3-hour difference. A lot of people go, that's not that far. No, it's a completely different community. And so it was a great way for me to learn about where to eat, which farmers markets to hit. It's super rad.
And that's awesome. And that community is pretty specific to what you like. And your business has a specific interest group, right? And that community wants to know more about what you do or the service you offer. And there's the rest of the people that are like-minded, which is super awesome.
All right, so I've heard a lot about Slack. I personally don't use it to build my online community. Maybe you could convince me otherwise, but what's all about Slack? What's Slack Attack?
What's Slack Attack? Always throwing random things to throw me off my train of thought.
It never works.
It sometimes. You should see how many bloopers we have. But so Slack is typically a messaging app, but I actually am a part of a pretty big Slack community out in Phoenix. So as you know, I love WordPress. I'm all about it. And there's a lot of little WordPress meetups and community inside of Phoenix. Now, instead of us having a Facebook group or all these different things, we just actually have a Slack group. So the entire community in Arizona is a part of that Slack group. So we talk about upcoming WordCamps, upcoming meetups, just talking about
cool.
new leads and work.
How
and
hot it is there.
Oh, we try not to talk about that because it's always gross, right? But we're always talking amongst each other and really building that community there. And that's just a more unique way to do that. And it's a different customer base or client base or whatever you call your customers. So if Slack works for you, if your audience is already on Slack, they're familiar with it, it's a good way and a good idea to really build that community in a unique way.
So I get Slack. I can see where that's super
Slack
beneficial.
Attack.
Slack Attack.
I'm stealing that now.
I can see where that'd be beneficial to get together some like-minded people, build the online community. I'm a little bit more about the IRL.
What's IRL?
In real life.
Okay.
So there's meetups. I know that's been super helpful for some of my friends who've moved to new cities as a way to meet new people and get to know their area. I know my good friend Rye joined a meetup where it was like a paint and sip.
Okay.
So you get to have a little booze, paint a little picture, and then get to meet people. Unless they're really into their artwork and introvert, then you don't get to know them at all. But
Right.
it's a chance to meet people. I know when I first moved to LA's huge, right? So I also joined a meetup and a bunch of chambers of commerce, went and did some cool events, went to arcades. One of the coolest meetups I went to was just straight up hiking. And that was awesome because I not only felt cool, I was out there getting active, but I met some people who enjoy hiking.
That's awesome. And sometimes having those meetups or those events are hard to plan. What I've seen a lot of really successful people do is they'll piggyback on already big events. So big events like WordCamp is one of them. It's a WordPress conference. People will have little meetups the day after, the day before. That way people are already coming to that conference. They're gonna basically piggyback on all that travel already, bring that community in and have their own little meetup, if you will, or a little conference or a little really get together. They can really bring that community together, have that face-to-face time, and really just bond and connect.
Yeah.
Now, my last point with really building your online community is maybe think about some barriers to actually join the community because you may not want to have everybody come in limiting people from joining might actually be a good thing. And there's a couple ways that you can really determine how best to do that. The first way is just have an open-ended question, right? Or a couple of questions. I know that's super common with Facebook groups. They usually ask, why do you want to join this group?
Yep.
What are you going to bring to the group? Things like that. That way they know that you're not going to come in and just troll the group. And then maybe have a price point to actually join the group. That way you know the people that are joining,
They're committed.
they're serious about being a part of your community, and you know that they're gonna put in the work.
Totally. All right, I hope this video inspired you to go out there and build your online community today.
We hope this video helped. Go ahead and smash that like button if you got some value out of this video. Add a comment below. Let us know if you're building your community right now.
And be sure to subscribe. Also, be sure to ring that bell so you are the first to know when our next video comes out. This is The Journey.
This morning I saw an article that said that literally over 3 million people filed for unemployment this year, which is insane. Whether you lost your job or you just are looking for another source of income, this video is going to help you find different money-making streams that you can do at the comfort of your own home. A lot of these money-making streams I do myself, so I'm super excited to share with you. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be very important because with the times changing and like so much happening in the world right now, I feel like this topic will definitely be very beneficial. As you guys can see by the title, I'm going to be talking about a whole bunch of different money-making streams that you guys can do from the comfort of your own home while we are all quarantined. I definitely wanted to only talk about things that I know that a mass majority of people will be able to do. A lot of these things also can be done if you are outside of the United States. If you guys are new here, I do have a series on this channel called Money Mondays, where every single week I do give you guys a different money-making video. I talk about all things wealth education. Besides putting up a new video every single week, I also do have another Money Mondays giveaway winner. Instructions on how to enter the Money Mondays giveaway. If you want to be next week's $100 Money Mondays giveaway winner, all you have to do is follow these 3 simple steps. First, text Lavish Ruby to 77948 to get updates on new videos, important announcements, giveaways, and more. Second, follow my personal page, Lavish Ruby, and my business page, Lavish Life Academy, on Instagram. Third, last but not least, all you have to do is screen record a part of this video and share it on your Instagram story to your followers. Don't forget to tag @LavishRuby and hashtag Money Mondays so that I can see your entry. You can enter up to a week from post date and you'll be messaged on Instagram if you win. I'm just gonna go ahead and send over my winner today. I send $100 via Cash App. If you're not in the United States, I do DM you on Instagram, so you'll be able to let me know that you're not from the United States and we'll figure out a different alternative. So my last winner actually was from Canada. That's how I figured out that, you know, Canadians don't have Cash App. I am really working hard to try and give back as much as I can to my subscribers, to the people that, you know, are supporting me. Before I begin, definitely check out my last video, you guys. I talked about basically how to budget your money, where your money should go when you get paid, investment wise, savings wise, variable and fixed expenses. I talked all about that in my last video, and I also shared with you guys my budget that you guys also have access to. So I'll put the link to my budget in the description bar down below. I have been vlogging, so definitely check out my vlogs, you guys. A lot of people would be interested in seeing how I manage my different incomes, so you guys are able to see the behind the scenes of my business mentoring, my businesses, my speaking engagements on a week-to-week basis. So definitely check out my vlogs. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up, and without further ado, we can start now. So the first at-home side hustle that I have for you guys is beta testing. Beta testing is basically where you get paid to test different companies, products, services, and apps. There's multiple different websites that offer beta testing. I do have 2 that I'm going to go through with you guys today. So the first one is called usertesting.com. With user testing, literally anybody can apply as long as you're 18 and up. And with this, you are able to make up to $60 per test. Typically, it's around $10 per 20 minutes. You can earn up to $60 per test. All you have to do is visit a website or an app, complete a set of tasks, speaking your thoughts out loud, and then you get paid. So it's as easy as that. All you have to do is put your email address to sign up. It says that you get $10 via PayPal for every 20-minute video you complete. User testing pays you to visit websites or apps, complete a set of tasks, and speak your thoughts out loud. PayPal. You basically get paid via PayPal, and there's over 3 million tests that are taken by users for companies like Zendesk, Microsoft, Apple, eBay. So these are really reliable companies that you'll be able to do beta testing for, and it really does not take a lot out of you. So this is an easy way to make a couple of $100s a week. What's great about this is also that it's international. So this is available to people that live in a whole bunch of different countries. There's a list of different countries that are available here in Europe, Africa, Asia, and Latin America. If your country is here, you're able to apply, and it's as easy as that. Their website that is available is called Try My UI, and it's very simple to usertesting.com with Try My UI. So it says here that all you have to do as a tester is be yourself, use the test website exactly as you would in real life situation, and voice your thoughts and frustrations aloud so that the site developers can understand your experiences. So you get paid $10 for each test you take. A typical test lasts approximately 20 minutes. So it's very simple to user testing, about the same pricing and everything. I'll put the links to both of those websites down below. Another at-home side hustle that you guys all have access to as long as you have the internet is teaching kids English. So a lot of people are not aware of this, but there are people that are all around the world that are just wanting to learn English and want to be able to have conversations with somebody while they're learning. So there's multiple different websites. I'll list a couple of them down below that allow you to have access to a whole bunch of different people. Most of the times it's kids. The largest market is in China. So the first website I'm going to go on is Cambly.com. So it says here that tutoring with Cambly is fun and rewarding. While you chat with students, we automatically track the time you tutor. We pay 17 cents per minute, which is about $10.20 per hour, delivering your earnings every single Monday via PayPal. You make your own hours, work as little or as much as you want. You can log online whenever you have a free moment and start taking calls within minutes. So this is definitely an amazing opportunity for people. You really don't need any experience. So it literally says here, no experience necessary. You just have to be able to speak English. You don't have to know how to speak Chinese. The only thing that is required is for you to be able to speak English. So with Q Kids, this is mostly just for Chinese kids in general. You're able to connect with a young learner, and you're able to make easy and stable supplemental income. You're able to make around $16 to $20, and each lesson is around 30 minutes. They have specific time slots that you're able to choose, and you're able to just spend a couple of hours a day, or you pick your own hours essentially. But if you have a specific time, like, okay, every single Wednesday I'm going to make sure that I am on Q Kids or Cambly teaching English from 7 to 10 a.m. And at that point you know that I've made this amount of money at this time. This option is honestly amazing. There's no experience needed. There's a ton of Chinese kids that are available on these websites that just need somebody to learn English from, and personally I'm super excited to start because you guys know I took Chinese. Well, if you guys are new here, I did take Chinese in college, so I am actually pretty good in my Chinese. Like I can hold conversations and stuff, so it can kind of be like a back and forth thing, and it'll be a way of me learning as well. Even though you don't need to know Chinese, like I said before, you don't need to know Chinese at all. Like, you don't need to know how to speak Mandarin at all. Practice my skills just for fun while doing this and be making money on the side. And $16 to $20 an hour is a pretty good wage. So definitely check out those different websites. Another at-home side hustle that you guys definitely should try out is retail arbitrage. This is just a fancy way of flipping items online. So this is something that I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of. Literally tomorrow I'm going to be flipping a whole bunch of stuff that I have in my house. I have a lot of clothes that I am going to be putting on Poshmark, which is a platform that you're able to sell clothes, items, like a whole bunch of different categories online. What's great about Poshmark is that you don't need to have like a following. You can literally get customers from the website. So it's kind of like a search engine almost, and that you're able to sell your own things on. If you go on Poshmark, you can see all the different categories that are available to sell. So I typically just sell my clothing on Poshmark. Next option is still underneath retail arbitrage. It's definitely going to take a little bit more work, a little bit more finesse, but what you can do is you can buy things on Craigslist and sell it on eBay for obviously more money to kind of flip the item. So a lot of times people on Craigslist are just trying to get rid of things and they sell it for really cheap. So you can list that item on eBay and just flip whatever you are trying to sell and just have it on eBay available. I do recommend you guys to sell clothes or any other items that you have on Poshmark. I've even sold textbooks on Poshmark before, just because it's just a platform for you to be able to sell things. The next option that you guys have is by selling courses and selling your expertise online. This will require a little bit more work to start off, but if you just dedicate a day to really just planning out your content that you're going to do, filming, then you should be good to go. Multiple different websites and platforms that you're able to do this on. I do have a couple here available that I want to list down below. One of them is called Udemy, or Udemy. I don't know how to pronounce it really well, but on here you're really able to take advantage of thousands of people that are looking for courses on different topics, right? So this is another kind of search engine type of thing, because you don't have to have a following, you don't have to have the people that you're trying to sell to. They already have it on the website. You're just posting your specific course on the website. So with this, there's thousands of people that are looking for different courses on different topics on a day-to-day basis, especially right now where people are at home and they have more free time. A lot of people are trying to enhance their skills, learn different things, and you know, this is a perfect time to really just capitalize off of a specific skill that you have. So on Udemy right now, there's a whole bunch of different, you know, categories here. So there's business, design, photography, development. So development as in like web development. If you're into computer science or anything like that, the market for people that understand Python, if you understand Python, if you're in school for computer science, or if you've just learned it in the past and you're able to sell this specific, you know, topic, you can make so much money, you guys. Like my brother, I'm trying to get him into doing this because he's in school for computer science right now. Python itself has made around like $4.3 million just on Udemy, which is insane. So definitely, if you have any skill that you feel as though people would be interested in learning, definitely you can create your own course. You can sell it from, you know, anywhere from $10, $15, $20, however much you think your specific course is worth. If you don't have an idea yourself, you can literally go on here to kind of figure out what you want to do. So yeah, definitely check out Udemy. You can also use another platform called Teachable. What's great about that is that you're able to also, a similar aspect, but you know, you can just focus on your own specific service. Udemy is more so for people that don't have, you know, a following or, you know, friends and family that they can sell to. With Udemy, it might be a little bit more difficult just because you have your competition on the same platform. With Teachable, you can just create your own link and you'll be able to sell it, put in your bio on your Instagram, you know, and you'll be able to just do the same thing. I'm actually working on a course myself that is going to be coming out very soon. I'm actually working on 2 courses. So you guys know I trade in the foreign exchange market. I'm working on creating my own course for just teaching how to trade in the forex market, and then I'm also working on another course for drop shipping. These are like my 2 most asked questions. So if you guys are interested in learning how to trade in the foreign exchange market, or interested in learning how to drop ship and creating like a drop shipping model for yourself and learning how to really just capitalize off of that altogether, definitely sign up for Lavish Life Academy. That's where it's going to be under, and I'm super excited about that altogether. I'm going to actually make a video just talking about Lavish Life Academy and what my specific plans are for it. I know it has taken a lot of time. I have been doing one-on-one business mentorship, and that's been doing extremely well. So if you do want to get you know, one-on-one business mentorship call, definitely just check out my website, lavishruby.com/business mentoring. I'll put it on the screen here. That's also underneath selling your expertise. So you can do one-on-one courses, you can do one-on-one coaching, you can sell a course on Teachable or Udemy, however you pronounce it. Another way to make money from the comfort of your own home is affiliate marketing. So I talked about this before, but this is basically where you are promoting a specific product that you use and you get a percentage of the sale. So it doesn't have to be too salesy, like something that you constantly use, and you know, you can kind of get a link for it and you'll be able to sell. One website that I recommend for this is called ClickBank, and it has the best affiliate programs. You're able to see a whole bunch of different businesses that are affiliated with ClickBank, and you're able to kind of get a link for the different things here. So you can literally go through it. There's a whole bunch of different categories of things that you might already be using, and you can just get a link for it and you'll be able to make a percentage off of it. So there's arts and entertainment, business and investing, computers. They have books on here. There's so many different things that are here that you probably might use already, and you'll be able to make a percentage off of it. So one example is Vitamix. I don't know if you guys have heard of that before. Vitamix is definitely like one of the popular things on ClickBank, and that's because you can, you know, tell your friends and family about Vitamix. If they end up buying it, I think it's like a $300 product, you make a percentage of that. I think it's around like $40 to $50 you make a profit, and at that point you're literally getting paid to promote a product that you already use and love, and it's just like free money at that point. That's ClickBank. Another website that a lot of people use is Amazon Associates. This is not going to be like a ton of money. This is just something to add on to your other side hustle. So with Amazon Associates, it says that it's easy and free to join. Choose from over 1 million of products to advertise to your, customers, and you can get up to 10% in advertising fees. So this obviously depends on how expensive the specific product you are kind of promoting is. A lot of people that make tons of money just by, putting out content related to the different things that they are affiliates with. People do comparison videos all the time that are full of different, Amazon Associates links or ClickBank links. Obviously, the more expensive the product is that you are promoting, the higher you're able to make off of that percentage. So for example, if you're selling a camera that's $1,000 and you're making 10%, you're getting literally $100 for just promoting a camera. A lot of people make YouTube channels just for this. A lot of people, have blogs and stuff like that they just constantly promote this information. So this is just another option for you guys. Side hustles, I think I have like 5 different side hustles underneath this one in particular, but you can find all these jobs on either Upwork.com or Fiverr.com. So I'm going to actually start off with Fiverr, and what's great about this is that you're able to really get freelancing jobs. This is kind of similar to like Udemy because you already have people that are looking to hire people coming to this website on a daily basis, so it's different than having your own, personal website where you're telling your friends and family. With Fiverr.com, you already have a platform where people are constantly coming on anyway, and you're able to kind of make your listing. So with Fiverr and Upwork, you're able to really make your own listing, and there's a whole bunch of different categories that you can go about doing freelance work for. So I'm going to talk about a couple of them today. So the first one is doing voiceovers. This is something that a lot of people are not aware of. You guys can literally just read content and read passages and stuff like that and become a voiceover-er, if that makes sense. And you can literally just get paid to just speak and be able to send those files over. So yeah, so you can literally just make your own listing of a voiceover, and you can really just get paid just to speak. So I'm just going to read a couple of the listings here so that you guys can see. But this person said, I will record a youthful millennial American male voiceover, and his listing starts at $100. He has 467 reviews. This guy has 467 5-star. I see a couple. I will produce a professional character voiceover starting at $40. I will record a professional female voiceover in 24 hours starting at $10. So this is literally easy money that you can make. I think you need to have a distinct voice. Everybody's voice is different, so this is just a great option. I think Fiverr is definitely most common for graphics and design, so you're able to do stuff in all these different categories here. So there's art and illustration, merchandise, products and character design, so you can create characters for people, print design, virtual design. If you are skilled in graphic design, this is a perfect website for you. Another thing that you can do if you have time, you don't even have to be very skilled at this, but a lot of people just don't have time to do it in their business, and they're willing to pay people to do, which is just writing. So there are people that do podcast writing, transcriptionists. Like you can literally just watch videos and type it out, and you can become a transcriptionist straight from Fiverr. I'll have another website down below where you can become a transcriptionist on as well. Proofreading and editing, resume writing, creating LinkedIn profiles for people. So resume writing and cover letter writing is another huge thing that a lot of people do on both Fiverr and Upwork. Another great thing that a lot of people can do is data entry. They hire you just to enter data in for them, and you can get paid money for this. Let me see how much the listings are for data entry. So look at this, you guys. So I will do perfect data entry and web research for starting at $60. I will do the fastest data entry job professionally, and it says starting at $5, but you have to understand that that's literally starting at $5. They have different options here for different pricings. Upwork, I feel as though, is for people that are a little bit more skilled. One job that I definitely recommend for a lot of people is to become a virtual assistant. You can put a listing there to be a virtual assistant and basically help different entrepreneurs, different people just in the workforce in general that need help virtually, and you can just list the different skills that you do have, whether it's customer service, replying to emails. It doesn't require a lot of skill, so that's why I do recommend virtual assistants. I've personally hired virtual assistants from Upwork. With Upwork, you are able to do this anywhere around the world. I see a lot of $12 an hour, $20 an hour, $15 an hour. So you can really just make your listing there. Also, you can become a customer service rep on this website as well. A lot of times they just need people to answer emails, answer phones, search around Upwork and Fiverr to kind of figure out what will be best for you. But there's voiceovering, there's translating services, resume writing, graphic design, video editing. These are all things that you can do at the comfort of of your own home with little to no skill. Besides the video editing option, all the rest that I've talked about today, you really don't need a lot of skill to do. You just need to have time, and that's what a lot of businesses don't have, is time. So they have all of these different opportunities for people to work with them on here. The way that it works is you make the listing yourself, so you want to kind of figure out what different things you would be interested in doing. Make sure that you have a good profile picture, make sure that you have a good little description. You can watch like YouTube videos on how to make the best Upwork profile. Alright, you guys, so those are all the different side hustles I have for you guys today. I recommend you guys to check out Fiverr, check out Upwork, check out all the websites I have down below, and see if it's something that you would be interested in. As you guys know, I have a whole bunch of different side hustles already that I do on a consistent basis. However, with the whole quarantine and a lot of people, you know, out of school, I've lost a good 2 or 3 of them. I definitely lost a couple of speaking engagements. I lost a couple of brand sponsorships just because, like, you know, people are pulling funds. Schools are closed, so obviously I don't have anywhere to speak at. So personally, I'm going to be doing a couple of these different things on this list. So I'm going to be doing Poshmark, I'm going to be doing QKids, I'm going to be doing QKids really for fun, and then I'm also going to be doing Teachable. So I'm super excited about you know, selling my different courses on how to start trading in the foreign exchange market, as well as how to start drop shipping. And I also already am currently doing one-on-one business mentorship. So definitely, you guys, comment down below which ones you plan on doing during this quarantine. If you guys are watching this in the future, comment down below which ones you guys plan on doing in general. Give this video a thumbs up. I did put a lot of time into researching these different opportunities. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out down below for my Money Mondays giveaway to see how you're able to win. Definitely check out my vlogs, you guys, because a lot of people have been interested in, you know, my vlogging and how, you know, my day-to-day life is, how I'm able to manage all the things that I do. So you guys are able to see a behind the scenes on that. But yeah, you guys, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.